Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you tuning in once again. So it's a nice day out, I guess, so to speak. It's October, middle October. I don't know what day it is. Something, October something. Late October. So good night, come out to the hobby room, do a little work. So I've been working on the T-Bird. Got a lot of work done on it. I've been really hauling on this thing, trying to get it done. And the body has had its second coat of paint, and we really don't need it. The drying, it's been sitting in the oven for a couple hours, just baking it a little more than it should. Really, like I say, it really doesn't need it. The MCW, when you put the hardener in it, it seems to cure up pretty good. I mean, almost a day and a half, 2 days, it's pretty much dry. But anyways, I might throw clear on it, so I want to make sure it's really, really dry so it doesn't like wrinkle on itself when I put more enamel on top of it. It's the only downside about enamel. You gotta wait it out, and then you also gotta make sure it's really dry before you put another coat on it, or it will lift the bottom layer. That's the only downfall about enamel. So I'm really detailing this engine out really good, and like I say, I got the interior done. The interior turned out really nice. I just gotta assemble it yet, and I always rush on things. I don't know why. I'm the most patient person there is, but when it comes to building something, getting it done, I just got to get it finished up because I don't know what it is. I just want to see it done. Yeah, there's times I think, man, I should have took a little more time on it. I probably could have made it a little better, but I think it turned out pretty nice. That or there'll be a paint, something still wet, and then I'll move on, and like next thing you know, I got a mark on something else. Like, oh, why did I do that? Urgh. That's how it goes. So, like I say, I'm detailing the car out pretty good, and I was trying to find some plug wires to put on this. So I don't have any here that you can buy, like I know a lot of you guys like using the yellow and the red and the blue and all that stuff. And, I always figured the yellow wires were a sell. The blue ones were always Moroso. And the red ones were always MSD. But I don't have any here, and I don't plan on ordering any. So I figure, because it'll take too long to get here for the time I get this car done. So I'm looking through some of my railroad stuff, because I thought, man, I got a lot of stuff here. I got enough stuff to start my own hobby shop probably. So I was looking through, I have this kit here. This is the Walthers HO scale transmission tower kit. And Walthers makes pretty much anything railroad stuff. They make like tons of stuff for everything. I mean, they make some pretty cool stuff. So this wire here that they run across these lines, or towers I should say, you can buy that separate, don't come in that kit. So this is the line here. It's got a nice elastic. It is very small. It's a nice dark gray in color, and I figured it would work really good for plug wires, because a lot of OE wires, especially on Ford, the original wires were always gray, and of course this is just an original build. I'm just box stocking it, so I figured this will work good. And I know a lot of you guys like putting boots on it and stuff like that, which I think this would be pretty impossible to do. I'm sure it can be done. Actually, it probably could be done pretty easy. Because you just take another piece of little wire insulation, slip over the end of it. Actually, yeah, it probably would be done easily on this. But anyways, I think this will work pretty good. So I also was digging through when I was looking for that. I found this other brand of stuff I have. This is called Easy Line from Berkshirejunction. The little dot on top indicates the color of the wire. So obviously this is green, and a little stretch to it. So it works pretty good. On here they got it for model railroads, airplanes, and ships. So I'm assuming airplanes you can use it for like an antenna from the front to the tail or something like that, and the ship's probably for the mast or whatnot. But I bought this for a other project that I had for my model railroad. I 3D printed myself some cross arms for my railroad. So I thought I'd show you these real quick, because I forgot I had these. I made them last year. There's a print design software you can get online. It's through Tinkercad, so if anybody does 3D printing, they would know this thing here, or Blender. And I made myself some cross arms. So I wanted the clear green glass look. You cross any railroad tracks or some old industrial area, you see these old telegraph poles out there. Usually there's no wire on it, there's just a pole there, and the cross arms are there with a few insulators on it. So that's what I was trying to imitate, was that. So I designed those in there, and I printed myself up, I don't know, 3 dozen of them or so. And once I make the pole, which I got one here, that's kind of what you get in the end. So I paint the cross arm brown with the pole, and then you have the see-through clear glass insulators. I know it's not model cars, but you know what? You could build a diorama, make it some a little bigger. That'd work pretty good. So anyways, this wire is for this. I bought it for these, string it across, and looks pretty cool. So anyways, I thought about ordering some of that stuff in a different color. Like I say, they make that in multiple colors, and I think that stuff would work pretty good. So I'm going to show you my T-Bird project here, and I'll show you here in a little bit. I'll put this wire on and I'll see what it looks like here in the end. But let's take a look at this bird and see what we got going on here. Okay, time to sand that bird back down. Man, it's nice. It's alright. Should look even nicer. Yeah, my fingers are blue. I just got done wet sanding the Plymouth down. So I got one dirt spot on it, and I should probably pinpoint where it's at. Don't get too carried away with this because I don't want too much white to be popping through. Just like that. That's okay. That's good. The hood is more what I'm really after, because that really looks, yeah. Okay. Bumper little shot. I got a dust spot right there in the back corner. See, and the nice thing about doing this, you don't have to give it just this heavy, massive, like wet coat, you know, because it's already black. So we're just basically just tidying it up a little bit. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay, I give the nose a little sandy sand. Hope I don't regret that, because that was actually pretty nice. Alright, we'll take her over to the booth and we'll reshoot it. Alright, we got that bird ready to go back in the paint booth. So we just hit some of the high spots. Ooh, I missed a spot right there. That's why I like looking these over. So let's see here a little bit. So I just took these in the house and washed them. I used 1500 on this. Alright, that looks a little better. Got my lint for my cloth out there. So yeah, that spot's now gone. Okay, this looks like we are ready to go here. Okay guys, a little update where we're at here. So this is the chassis. It turned out pretty nice. Tipped the exhaust a little bit with some black. So we're ready for the rest of the assembly here. So I did the axle and the front in gloss. So the engine turned out pretty nice. So I put those plug wires on, and I tell you what, these are it. I mean, those work really nice. I don't know if that's want to focus on that. Very, very easy to work with. Just one little tack of CA and you're there. So I highly recommend that wire. That's so easy to work with. So I got my intercooler. That's all squared away, ready to go. Took the Melatonin pen and put myself some bands on it around the boot. So the dash turned out pretty nice. Actually spent a little time on this. I tried to do the cluster a little bit. I don't know if you can see that or not. I did that with kind of dry brushed the numbers, and I took a toothpick and dipped it in a little bit of white and drew the needles in there. And the rest of the interior turned out pretty nice. So yeah, so we'll get the dash in. So I got a couple tires to go. So I'll show you real quick how I'm doing these. So I'm just taking this pen. Like I say, I love this thing. You guys can see that. This pen is like amazing. Like I say, these letters are easy because they're like pressed in. You know, they're not raised, they're in. So I'll basically just take the marker and just fill them in. Just give it a nice little light coat around. BR50 on this side. Like so. I'll let her set for a little minute. So now we have the engine into the chassis. So it turned out pretty good. So now this is all done until I get the body assembled on it. So that tire should be dried by now, so let's take a Q-tip and we'll wipe it off quick. Works pretty good. Yeah, I find you have to let it dry a little bit first. You can't just put it on and then wipe it off, and then it should be no good. So on this one, I just used a dry Q-tip. That seemed to work pretty good. And there we have it. So I got another one painted over here, so we'll see how that one comes out. This is the last one. Same thing here. See if we can hold it higher here. Yeah, looks like you need a little touch up on the Y and an eagle over here. Not a big deal. So other than that, guys, the body turned out pretty nice second time around. I think I'm gonna I might sand it and clear coat it just to see how that looks. It turned out pretty nice, but I think I'll give it one more hit just to give it that nice heck yeah look, you know what I mean? So everything's got another shot on it, and the hood come out much better this time. So yeah. So other than that, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this video up. So I appreciate you guys checking out the channel and tuning along for the bird build. So hey guys, if you guys like the content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And we will see you on the next video. So thanks for watching KREG'S Corner. Have a good one.